Hello, everybody. My name is the Sobri Boys Walifatsi from the Big R. You know very well that the Big R stands for all the positive R words in English. So those are our principles. And then you may ask, what are you referring to? I'm referring to reading. I'm referring to research. I'm referring to responsibility, resilience, reliance. When I talk about reliance, reliability, resourcefulness, you name them, records, all those positive R words. We are saying if you apply those positive R words, you'll be successful. We are largely a financial company. All right, we do a whole lot of financial things, largely educational. All right. Now you may ask, why have we decided to do finance? The truth is, all of us, whatever that we are doing, want money. All right? We want money. The world goes around because of money. And the truth of the matter is there's no school that teaches about money. And as my hero would say, Robert Kiyosaki, it was done deliberately. Because the more you don't know anything, the easier you become the victim. The richer continue to be rich and rich. Now when people ask me, where do I start in making money? I always say, start by educating yourself. And education is very simple, and people look at it as if it starts from, no, this one is going round, around. No. But that's how you solve problems. So, we have a slot where we interview celebrities and want to know about their lives. As I've already said, that it's all about education. The other way of learning is to imitate, copy the good practice. So let's hear, how did they go through whatever that they've gone through? How did they overcome them? And maybe that will help you. All right? Why the rich people write books? Because they want us to learn from their mistakes. So that is the reason. So I have DJ Kaymo, who's a hip-hop DJ. DJ Kaymo has been doing well. I don't know where he started, but I know him with Riky Rick, as a DJ for Riky Rick. I know him with Frank Casino, Major Leagues, and a whole lot of other guys. But he's going to tell us more. Kaymo, how are you doing?
How are you?
All right.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, it's nice. We are blessed to have you to grace our studio, to come and tell us your story. Now, let's start. DJ Kaymo, the name. How did that name come about?
My name is Kaymo Kitabile Mufukeng.
Yes.
My first, I changed my name maybe 3 times because at a younger stage I wasn't sure which name I must use or what. But when I started DJing, it was just after I got my first laptop, maybe 2009, grade 7, going to high school. So music has always been a passion. I'll be that guy playing maybe at weddings, family gatherings, graduation parties, you name it, you understand? So as time went on, I managed to get a laptop, saved up some money, I managed to buy some 2 speakers, nyana, mixer, mic. And I was making money at that time. I probably was like 14, 15, maybe 600,000, if you could, you know, playing for, like I said, family gatherings, yeah, you understand. And at that time, what was my name? My name was Kandy Koated.
Now let's get it there. Let's get it there. Now, you said you changed the names.
Yeah.
Why do you have to change the names?
As you grow
what
up.
What is important in the name? Yeah.
The name is the product, and if the product is not sellable, you can't do anything. So you always have to reinvent yourself, innovate yourself, rebrand yourself. And as time went on, I mean, I just grew older and I get to understand how the business works and what works. And, you know, because then name was just a name, you know, and I've been struggling to actually get a name, but a lot of people, or my nickname is Kaymo, so I feel comfortable with DJ Kaymo world, you understand? I know there's so many Kaymos out there, but I'm gonna work so hard that you people only know one Kaymo at the end of the day.
Yeah. You said the first name was
Kandy K.
Kandy K.
Yeah.
How did you come up with that name of Kandy K? And what was the reason of changing Kandy K?
So the name Kandy K came from, we started, in high school we started a group, a clique, and it was called Kandy Koated Music. Kandy Koated Music was a clique, a group of 5 rappers, DJs, no, just, you know, high school stuff, scheme,
and Kandy K, like American influence.
Yeah, understand.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Kandy Koated Music had my initials because you spell Kandy Koated with K, so it's KKM, which is my initials, so it was Kandy Koated Music. And as time went on, after we finished high school, we registered it as a company.
Good, the Kandy K.
Kandy Koated Music.
Okay.
So Kandy Koated Music is a record label, an organization, whereas we have artist management, events management, merchandise and stuff like that. You understand? So I stole the name Kandy and I was like K for Kaymo, Kamo here, so like Kandy K. And then later on I came back to Kaymo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, in other words, you never change the name. You just redirect the name.
Yeah, you can
now
say so.
The name is the business.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, like you are saying, it's all about branding. I love that. Because business is about branding. You know, they say, if you build a business without the brand, you are playing. I always give an example and say, and I'm sure you'll pick it up. You say to a child, hey boy, go and buy food chicken. Give him the money. Pick and pay. Alright? Or Checkers. They have a full chicken for about 50 rand. You know those that have been
roasted
and then wrapped for 50 rand. But what comes to the child's mind when they say, go and buy full chicken? Kentucky, Nando's, the brand. And look at the price. You go to Kentucky, it's 140 something. You see? That's the power of branding.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good move. That is why you see we have this.
You sell it.
The Big R. Because you build the brand. Now that was a very good move. Now you need to be commended because you know that the DJ, it's an art. Alright? And the art depends on your physique. Which means when you are tired, that art can continue. But the brand can continue. Do you get it? So that was a good move. Now, then you came to DJ Kaymo.
Yes.
Right. Then what happened? You were at
I was
high school.
Let me continue the story. High school happened. I was playing at all the events at school. That's when I was now developing in the early stages of like this DJing career. And the nice thing is my family was very supportive in it. You know, I would play at gigs at school, V-balls, Valentine's, so I'm building. We started making music. My last year in high school, then we started producing, recording and making music because I was affiliated, or I'm still affiliated with a group of rappers, singers, SPK, Sai, Hope Master, all the guys. So in my back room there was an open room and we turned that into a studio. And every day after school we'd go there, record, finish it, everything. You know, we'd be moving, you know, trying to push ourselves, and we would look up to everything that was happening in Joburg because we're in the vault, and then we're like, yo, climb the radar, we have to be there.
Go Joes,
yeah, yo, I thought that does get, like, you know. And unfortunately, we we finished high school, results came back, results weren't the best.
Have you failed?
No, I didn't fail.
Okay.
My results were not, I couldn't enter in varsity because my points were not enough. So, okay, cool. I then reapplied to rewrite. So I studied the whole of January, studying. Month and Feb, I rewrote. Then March I got my results and my marks went up. And next thing I applied in UJ. And UJ only let me in the next year. Understand? But then as time went on, the beginning of that year, which is 2015, it was a bit rough because I can't find the school. I don't know what to do in my life. I feel like,
the day is too long.
Yeah, I'm a nobody. My friends in high school and universities. I'm back here, so I actually registered and applied to go to college. And I entered the college, but I never attended school because when I was about to start with the semester or whatever they call it, the trimester, I got an email from UJ saying, we have accepted you, you can come next year. I was so happy. The next month, a friend of mine hosts huge gigs. His name is JJ Singh. He used to work for Club 808, he used to work at ETV, he used to work YFM, Metro FM, So he had a gig annually in the Val on Freedom's Day. And that night before that gig, I remember I said to him, like, I want to work, understand? I want to be your stage manager for the day. This is what I want to do tomorrow. Because the lineup, Black Coffee, Shins, aka Casper, Riky Rick, all these guys. Okay, cool, the day came, woke up early, went there. Now I'm running this huge, massive show. It's a free event, 20,000 people. Big stage. It's my first time being a stage manager. And on the day, as the day went, obviously as artist, I'm starstruck. At this time I was only 19. I had just finished high school and I've been being exposed to all the superstars. I'm seeing them, I'm telling them, it's your time to play. So this thing is going. Then it was time for Ricky to perform, understand? Riky Rick had to perform. He told me, like, wait, I'm still getting busy. Okay, cool, I'm running the stage. Other artists are piling up. Everyone wants to perform. Like, it's a full-on big production. It's a concert, if I may say so. If I may say so. Yeah, and then as I went back to Ricky, like, yo, you really have to perform. You don't have time. There's people waiting for you. The man then asked me if I could DJ. At that time, I was a DJ, but I just chose to work that day. I told him, yo, I do know how to DJ. What are you thinking? The man gave me his USB, he gave me his set list, he gave me his order. Cool, we went on stage, plug and press, played. At this time, everything's happening so fast. I don't know what's happening. It's 20,000 people. It's 20,000 people. Sure. I'm working. This guy, Riky Rick, is saying I must DJ for him. There's pressure on me. I can't find the event organizer. He's doing his own stuff. He's busy. There's black coffee backstage. You know, there's a lot of things happening. Okay, Ricky performed, finished. You know, it was successful. It was nice. We then exchanged numbers, and he gave me CDs. Like, we had a conversation, whatever. And I was like, yo, tomorrow there's a festival called Back to the City in Joburg. I've always wanted to go to this gig. I've never been. It's one of the biggest hip hop fest, you know. And it was like, no, call me. I can organize tickets. It's like, good shot. Fine, he left. I continued running the stage. Finished there. Got my 4 or 5. I made so many contacts that day because I'm bumping into all these guys in the rig, pictures, whatever. And the next day, I call this number of Ricky. Hey, voicemail. Hey,
Is it a fake number? Or
yeah, I'm confused now. Like, ish. But anyways, I'm going to Joburg. Pour gas, get on the road, driving to Joburg, Golden Highway N1, past Khasmir, toll gate, how? Incoming call.
Which year now?
2015, same year.
2015.
Riky Rick is calling me. Oh my days.
Yeah. My chief. Yeah. Where are you?
How are you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on my way to Joburg. Yeah, no, I was sleeping, I was tired, Lord. Yeah, you can go to the venue. I'll find you there. I'll send someone to give you tickets. My manager's there. How many times do you need? I'm with my friend, like 4. Good. Okay, perfect. Don't worry. We'll give you backstage, everything, VIP, okay, cool. And I get there, call the number, it's a manager, white lady, hi. Yes, okay. She gives us everything. Hi, Rikela no majita, Rikela no majita kapover.
Yes, yes.
We in Joburg, we had to have a good time. We rock. As I was like we're on the other side, I get a call now. Incoming call. How? Riky Rick. How?
Again?
Wait, man. What's that?
Yeah.
Answer my phone. Yo, I need you. Where you? Come backstage. Come to the main stage. Into there's too many stages. There's a backstage, main stage. There's another one that's okay, cool. I go backstage. Hey, get to backstage. People major league. The whole industry's there. I'm mesmerized. I can't believe it. It's like, yo, this stuff we only see it on TV back home. Understand? It's like, yo, I need you again. I need you to play for me again.
Yes.
Bear in mind, this is my first time at this gig. And it's also jam-packed, 20,000 people. I was nervous.
Just like the previous night.
I was so nervous here because it's Joburg and it's like, yo, this is...
Stage fright.
This,
and
I used the bathroom in my head. I'm like, yo, now this thing...
It's happening now. It's happening.
This is the second time. What's about to happen? But it's fine. We perform. One of the best performances. You know, understand? We finished. I gave him dabs, we spoke, gave him his USBs. I continued with my night. As before, you know, we don't get too, understand? We drive back to the Val with my friends, we had a good time, we're backstage, VIP, pictures, artists, we had a great time, perfect time, you know, and I then called him, I think he called me, there was a
now,
gig.
before you called him again, I want to go back a little bit. You mentioned the family.
Whose family?
Your family.
Yes.
You said they were supportive.
Yes.
So I just want to find out, you are a family of how many people? You still have mom and dad, are they still alive? And you have siblings?
Yeah.
What's happening? Just explain. I want to understand.
Both my parents are still alive, mom and dad, and I'm the oldest. I have 2 younger siblings, which are my 2 sisters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so they're looking up to you.
Yeah.
Alright. Now, you say, as you are saying they were supportive, what does that mean? When you say they are supportive, they were like, oh, okay. No, do it, my son.
They were supportive in a way of, they allowed me to use the back room as a studio. Number 2, my dad was not like, yo, you can't go there. He knew what I wanted to do, why I was going there. Understand? Sometimes he would drop me off, sometimes I would drop myself off. I mean, before I moved to Joburg, I was driving to Joburg every day from the VAR, day and night. Friday, maybe sometimes Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And it wasn't easy because sometimes you get back late, you wake up late, and you must drive back, gig, travel. So it wasn't an easy time. I drove back to Val in Joburg for maybe 2 years until I moved to Joburg.
While you're still there,
What's
your take of the family? What's your thinking about the family?
My family?
It's not the family. the unit called family. Is it a very important?
Yeah, that's your biggest support structure you can ever get. Without family, you can't do anything. Family loves you unconditionally, and they'll always be there. And it's very important to keep family around you, because that's one of the values I've also learned from Riky, because he's a family man, and I learned a lot in terms of family that you need to take care of. Family is everything.
Let me tell you something about family which people don't understand. I always say it. Jody knows, I talk to Jody all the time. Family, you don't choose it. It's a God-given. For instance, you didn't choose to be your father's son. Your father didn't choose you. It's a God-given. As compared to friends. So it's something that it should be taken care of. That bond will cut when one of the family members pass on. Now, I'm asking this because if you go to America, because I know you guys are looking to the Americans, if you want to destroy a nation, you destroy the family. There is no family, all right? And then if they are like this, those boys in the wood, Harlem and what have you, and you break out, you go with your gangsters, you're not part of the family. And I'm saying if we want to resolve the ills of the world, we must start building the family. Like you said, the family gives you an unconditional love. Can you imagine if all families are united and solid, how much love will be prevailing in the world? And that is what I observe, that probably the black Americans are suffering. Remember, if you listen to the black Americans, my father was in jail, there was no father figure, and that breaks. And if you look, the kids who are really having problems, they will tell you, the story is the same. My father wasn't there, my mother wasn't there, they break up. So I'm saying this even to you, that is a lesson. I'm happy that you are saying you saw it in Riky. That is a lesson. You must value the family. The picture must be big. It must not only be now, it must be the future generation. All right. And while we are still there, I want to say big up to Riky, because I know he has, nurtured most of you guys. Yourself, a whole lot of you, Frank, and so on, And the guy must be honored while he's still alive. I always argue and say, why do you talk good about a person when he's dead? What a point are you sending? And guess what? I'm not saying a person is perfect. All of us are fallible. You'll have his weaknesses, but there's only one good that you need to appreciate. So in a nutshell, I wanted to say that. But nevertheless, take it where you were. Now you have done the second gig with Riky now, you have seen it. Just tell us the story. How did you guys just starting to work together?
Obviously from the first, second gig, third gig, fourth gig, and then he had a gig in Tembisa. He told me like, yo, I have a gig in Tembisa, can you meet me there? That time I don't have a car, I must ask my mom. Was still driving to Tembisa, Joburg, and show at night. To who? Who are you waiting for? What's happening? Saying, let me go deal with this thing today. It'll make sense. I went to Tembisa, we did the gig. We then had a meeting, we had a talk, and we later went to his house. We spoke about obviously the responsibilities of the job, and he would like for me to work with him and get on the road. And from there, everything else was history. From there,
fall into place.
it fall into place, and later on, I then introduced him to my mom, then introduced to my parents.
This is very important.
Yeah, just so they know every time I get Joburg or
who do I go to?
Yeah, because we're all over the country at that time, 9 provinces, flying in and out. And from there on, I mean, my life changed because I wasn't as depressed as I was earlier in the year. I couldn't find the school, felt useless. Things weren't going my way. And from April, May, my life changed in the sense of I was doing what I've always wanted to do right after high school. It was so quick. Never have I thought in my life such things will happen. Never. You know. And I got to meet a lot of people. I got to travel the world, like Africa, the country. I then started to learn more about myself also because I'm a DJ too, making my own relationships.
Making your own music, continue to make your own music.
Growing Kandy Koated, my company, pulling the guys with me. Damn, hey, life changed there.
Yeah, sure.
Life really changed for real. Yeah.
Now, I heard you mention Shimza. I don't know whether you know, Shimza will tell you. I gave Shimza an opportunity while I was still playing for the Voice of Tembisa. He would come there and play. He was not known, you know. There's a guy, what is his name again? Very good DJ. Very good DJ. In fact, he phoned me, this guy. Said, I want to be on your show, you know. And then I gave him, and I could hear he's a very good DJ. I like house. He was playing house. Then, what's his name again? Do you know Kumza?
Kumza the
DJ? Late, yeah, the late. So that young man then said, Rasobri. And then I said, you must come, you know, I would give him a day, I said, come every, I don't know whether it was Thursday or what, or Friday. And then I think one Thursday, one night he could not make it. He said, I'm going to bring Shimza. I said, who's that? He said, he's a good DJ, you know. I said, no, man, can he play good music? He said, no, yeah, he's good. He's the one who taught me. Something like that. Apparently they were taught by Kumza, all of them. I said, no, bring him. And then he came, very nice, very shy. By then, playing nice music, Shimza. And that's it. And I'm proud of him. And then the next thing, he introduced Kumza. He said, Kumza want to be on the show. I said, who's Kumza? So that's the relationship with them. Now, as you have just indicated and learned about that, I want to ask you this question. I don't know whether you know this guy. Do you know Quincy Kegan? He used to work for Radio Metro.
The presenter. Light skinned.
Yeah, light skinned, and then he used to call Quincy K. Where is he? Still alive?
Wasn't he on SCBC Sports also?
No. He was on Radio Metro.
Only?
Yeah, he was on Metro, calling himself the best Q, something like that. The only Q, something like that. Is he around? He's still around.
I'm not sure.
Very nice guy. Those are my friends during those days, Quincy. Now, I don't know whether it's true. I learned somebody that is not well mentally. I hope he's well. Because he's a very nice guy, very good, nice guy, with a very good heart, Quincy. But just find out when you are there, whether he's still around and so on. I was talking to Vusi as well not long, and then I think he was telling me that, hey man, I pick up that this guy is not well. That's not what we want to hear, you know. You are talking about depression now, and then and normally those are the things that bring all these kind of things. I wish him good luck going forward. Now, having worked with Riky, and again, as you have mentioned, you know, it shows that that is part of Ricky's DNA. He went there and see your parents. You know, when he came here to Frank, he just decided to come. And I was impressed by that. You know, he came. You know, as I was saying, Ricky came. And then that impressed me. Though this guy is genuinely committed. And then we had a chat with him, with Frank's mom. And you know what? That shows that he relate well. Okay? When I listen to you, you advance because of this relationship that you built. Remember, relationship is one of those principles of the Big R. We say you need to have good relations because relations will take you to another level. Am I right in saying so?
Yeah, definitely right. You're correct. Relationships are very important, especially in our type of industry or spaces, in the sense of relationships give you access, and access comes at a price. And if you don't have money to access, you need relationships, and relationships can get you into places that not even money can get you into. Understand? When I met Riky, the kind of access I was exposed to was too much, because I'm exposed to the best of the best. I'm exposed to the bosses. You're exposed to the people that are actually doing it, the right people that you need to know to advance your brand. Or you get to meet like club owners, you get to meet record label owners, you get to meet people that you might need for videos and etc., events, gigs, and those kind of contexts play a huge role, because in our industry you need to know people, because sometimes there's things that you can't buy, and money can't always be the solution, but relationship and access is the key and the power for me. I've seen it with myself. You understand? There's a lot of things I did without money, but because of the relationship that I had, that is already power, because you can pick up the phone and say, yo, it's Kaymo, so and so, this is what I need, can you help me? And you just need to like be genuine to people, take care of the people that you ask favors from also, and learn how to nurture relationships, because if you can nurture relationships, you learn how to keep them. And the longer you keep relationship is good for your own business too. So it's very important.
You've said something very powerful. I always tell people and say, relationship is a two-way street. All right, it's not doesn't go only one direction. It goes there and this way. So if you are into a relationship with the intention of you only benefiting, not giving, you are in the wrong space. You will never win. So you must be prepared to give out. I know that you are also a businessman. Sometimes you organize gigs. Am I right? Just tell us a little bit. So these gigs are organized by
Kandy Koated music.
It
goes back to where I was telling you that we decided as a group to legitimize the business, have papers, have everything proper, and ever since then we became a record label. We do events like you said, and all the events are being curated by Kandy Koated Music in the Val. In the past 5-6 years, we've had like a good amount of events that we've had and very successful, because back home people show us support. We can relate to them as much as always, like we relate to them, and with all the support they give us, we make it. I don't want to say we make it. We make it possible for them to believe that you can go meet these people, or you can go and chase your dream. Like, it's just how much you want it, understand? And Kandy Koated Music has grown so much, and this is actually our 10th year. The name started in 2011 in high school. That was the name, Kandy Koated Music. We only got legitimized in 2015, but the name has been living on for 10 years now. So it's 2021. So yeah, it's our 10th year anniversary. Hopefully we can host gigs, and it hasn't been easy for gigs in terms of COVID right now, because the number of people and so forth on. So we've also tried to find other ways to keep the company and the business still relevant, because you can't just stand still because of COVID. You know, there's other ways that you can manipulate it, and it also, the nice thing about COVID, you know, it made us really think out the box and reinvent ourselves. And I mean, times have changed. Things aren't the same as 10 years before. Things are more faster now. Music is also more consumed more faster now. The industry is growing each and every day. It's not as hard to make it now. I mean, a few years ago, it would be so hard for anyone to break in the game or make it in the game. You know, now it's easier because there's the internet, the social media, and everything is so small. You know, you don't have to know a Kaymo now to be a big star or to blow up. You can do it from your own bedroom. That's the nice thing about like technology now. It enables us to make things very simple.
You can say it again, because I was a DJ and I was a big fan of rap, and I used to like rapping. And I've always wanted to do a rap music. But during those days, no, studio, what? Hey, you must get to this boss, and then he must listen. They were not ready for hip-hop. And no, they don't want that. No, sing like Brenda. So things could not move. You're absolutely correct.
I mean, now we have all the freedom we want.
Yeah, sure.
Literally, all the freedom we want.
Now, having done now the business, you talk of record label. Who are the artists who are in the record label?
Kandy Koated Music, I myself, I'm an artist under Kandy Koated Music, DJ Kaymo. We have SPK, my business partner. We have Sai, we have Hope Master, we have Zintle Bongo, he's our manager.
I'm happy about one thing. You guys lasted. In other words, your relationship is good.
I mean, we've known each other from primary. I think that's why.
You know why I'm saying that? They say when you want to taste the relationship, let gold come in, the money. Then you see things break loose.
I mean, with us and my brothers, we are able to have uncomfortable conversations with each other. I think that's how we got this far. And every group has group dynamics. We're all human beings. We have flaws. Emotions change.
No one is perfect.
Emotions change. Feelings change. We meet new people. Our dreams change. Our wants are different. But it always boils down to coming together. Because we must never forget, one thing that brought us together was music. And should the music always be there, that's the one thing that will keep us sane. And it's very important and vital to have uncomfortable conversations with people, especially if money is a very sensitive thing. And you need to know how to go about it. And the fact that we're growing and we're learning, we're not perfect, and we're learning every day. I mean, I'm the type to pick up my phone if I don't know anything. You know, I'm not afraid to ask anyone if I don't know how to go about things, and that's one thing that's also helped me, because I learned from so many people, even yourself and my peers and other people. So it really is nice. I enjoy learning.
Let me tell you something. There's always, you are a better person if you don't know. And you acknowledge that. You know, once a person says, I don't know, you'll be prepared to learn. I don't like people who knows a lot, because they don't grow. They reach that ceiling. Because they know, you can't tell them anything. You see, me, I learn from everybody. Everybody, whether it's a young boy or what, JC, Frank, they teach me how to deal with the phone. I learn every day. So there's nothing like, no, you won't learn, you know. Me, I learn every day, and that's a very good thing. And now, I'm happy that you guys are intact. You know, as I was saying to you, has money not created problems? You know, I was talking to a friend of mine. I was introducing somebody. I said, hey man, hey, this guy is brilliant, man. He's a very good guy. He said to me, Chan, you don't know what you're talking about. Have you worked with this guy about money? I said, no. He said, work with him with money, then you'll see. And guess what? He was correct. I had a deal with this guy, there was money. Look, I saw the true colors.
You robbed?
No, he didn't rob me. You know what was it? We worked and we got a deal, all right, and we got our payment, but I think we're three. We could not split the money because the other guy said, guys, wait for me. Yo, I'm telling you, it was like, oh guys, what are you saying? I need that money, man. I need that money. No, I must wait for you. You know, he could not wait 1 or 2 days. And I said, this is it. They say if you want to learn the character of a person, 2 things. Give him power, give him money. You'll know a person. Power. You know when a person he doesn't have power, no, he's fine, he's kind. But once he gets power, no, who are you? I know better. You see his true colors.
Power to
yeah, if you give him money, what's kind of money? Just tell him, hey, wait a minute, who are you? So, yeah, I'm happy. Yeah. But I hope you guys keep on holding because togetherness is good. And I also like what you mentioned. In the Val, they like you guys. That's relationship, how you relate to them. Let me ask this. Do you have any social program that you are involved in?
To help with the society.
Yeah, well, in the Val or anywhere.
I mean, a few years ago we had a program where we used to go to a children's home, Kamaro's children's home. And over the years, we stopped, and I regret that. So it's something that we need to go back and give back to the community. Yeah.
Because I'll tell you why. When you say give back to the community, it should not be a PR stunt. You should come here. If it's a PR stand, you'll see it. I know of a lady, you know me, and helping. We are brothers. And I'll tell you why. I'm from a very, very poor family. My father just went up to standard 1, the same with my mom. They were not educated. And you know, I grew up in the second coldest area in the Free State. I mean in South Africa, the Eastern Free State. And in many times I wouldn't have shoes. I would walk barefoot in those conditions. And then I said to myself, you know what, I don't want my children to undergo this. I still say, thanks God, I never changed. I never even thought of crying. Because sometimes when things are like that, you want the easy way, crying. I never thought of it, but I said, I want money. That is why I'm teaching people about money. Because that has always been. Now, what I've learned in the journey, because I'm from a poor family, I always like giving. Because I ask myself, if I can afford a loaf of bread, some people will sleep without eating. So if I can give, well, others will use Bible and say the hands that give, the hand that receive. But I believe in giving. So go back to that and do it genuinely. And when you do it, don't do it and say, I want to change the world. Focus on one person. If you change one person, that's enough. Not more than that. One, that's enough. If there are others, well and good. It makes an impact. The reason why I'm saying that, we as Black South Africans, we suffered a lot. We are the only people who can lift ourselves from where we are to another level. You know Reverend Jesse Jackson from America, He came here just before 76 uprising, 75, Orlando Stadium. And the kids were there, gathering, having their, he said, that was his speech. Guys, you are in the mud. And it's not you who put yourself in the mud. The Boers have put you in the mud. But it is your responsibility to take yourself out of the mud. That's a powerful lesson. Very powerful lesson. So I'm saying to you, as you go on, think about those less fortunate. How can I help? Help genuinely. Alright? And I'm saying this because there was this lady, I'm not going to mention the area because people will guess well. I was having a program with school kids. You know, I'm one of the people who started feeding scheme before the government can start. And then give the less fortunate. You'll be shocked. The MMC for Economy and Finance benefited from that program in Ekurhuleni. Alright? And when I talk about run, I talk about that. He's the MMC today, he knows where he comes from. Now, as I was helping them, and out of my own pocket, this lady, there was TV, she wanted money. And then she took these kids, said, no, you say, guys, I'm giving you food. Don't talk about, that project was called Student Massacre. Don't talk. And it's, but the kids came, told me, but I said, I don't want to make an issue out of it. It will catch up with her at some point. So that is why I'm saying, don't do it for the sake of pleasing. Because after that, she got a lot of sponsors. Fine, well and good. But one day it will catch up with her. So do it because you believe in it. Don't do it because you want to please. Alright? But we'll talk about that. Me, I believe in always giving back, giving back. Now, what is DJ Kaymo's vision? Where do you want to go? I'm sure at some stage you want to get, how old are you now?
25.
25, you're still very young. Do you want to get married or what? Or you are not sure?
Well, we'll see how it goes. But I'd like to have a family later, in a later stage.
At a later stage.
That would be nice to have.
That's a very scary part, eh? Because you don't know who's going to be with you. And I'm worried for you guys. You know, when you get popularity and then people come in your life during that time, you don't know exactly. They come because for your popularity or is they really like you. So those are some of the things.
Effective.
And look at this, and I'll give you an example. You know how Messi, why is he stable? He started with this girl when they were 10. 10! I don't know Ronaldo how many million has he changed now.
But he's still good.
But you see what I'm saying? Because you don't know when they come now. What is it? What is it?
Obvious, yeah.
Do you understand? But the one that I came up with knows me. I'm not saying that they are not good girl, even if you are. They can be very good girl. You see?
But you must be aware.
Yeah. Must be vigilant. So Kaymo, what is your vision?
From now on, I mean, the turn 25 this year. My plan is I don't still want to be in the limelight by the time I get to 33, 34, 35. You know, I don't plan to be in the limelight for too long. I don't want to seem like a gatekeeper. I've always wanted to like give other people chances. I can't be competing with other guys that were doing what I was doing 10 years ago. At that when I'm old, so I really want to be hands-on business and other stuff in the back seat, but basically like just behind the scenes, you know. But for now, to go back to the DJ Kaymo World brand. I mean, last year I dropped my first debut project and it's doing well. We're doing like 350,000 streams so far, so it's not doing too bad. Small Town Rabbit is doing well. I really want to build the brand, the business, the company, and uplift more other people coming after me, so that I don't have to be at the forefront every time, and allow other people to run the business and to do what they need to do. And we still need to change more lives, you know. I mean, you could be changing someone's life just over a conversation and not giving them money or whatever the situation it can be. Like, just being around the people and sharing knowledge and experiences. You know, I've realized in my life, all the people that have helped me is just strangers. I've never had like situations that have changed my life is always from strangers, and never like friends or people close to me. Although my family's always been, that's family, you know, but my life has always been changed by people I don't know, you know. And for that, I want to change other people's lives too, you know. And
you're giving back.
Giving back, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna build the brand DJ Kaymo. I'm working on my album. Hopefully my first sophomore album will come out soon. I just shot 2 videos. I expect a new single from me this year. Merch. Getting to know who I am also. Growing. Fixing my mistakes. Fixing my weaknesses and growing my strengths too. And pushing the boundaries and being something that I haven't been before, because I've realized like you gotta chase your dreams every day, and if you wake up every day and you're fortunate to do it, that means you still have another chance. Also, time is of the essence right now. There's not a lot of time. Time flies.
Exactly.
Next year, in the next 3 months, 4 months, we're in 2022 already. I never thought we would be in 2022 in my life.
Soon it will be 2030.
Understand?
Yeah,
so yeah, I mean, just taking every day as it goes. We just trying to like be like we're fighting for financial freedom more than anything now, and to own our businesses. And the nice thing about me right now, as young as I am, and whatever the situation is, I own everything of mine. Yeah, I own my music, I own my businesses, I own my whatever I have is mine, and I just want to teach other people to do that too. Like it is possible. It won't be easy, and you own your stuff, sell your stuff, market yourself. You know, be a big player in this big fish sea, in the big sea, you know. So if you want to play with the sharks, you must go play with the sharks.
Exactly.
You must be willing to be able to get bitten by a shark if you're swimming with the sharks. That's what they say. And I just feel like it's time for young people, not time for us to elevate and be more united and be more innovative. Like let us get into politics, the economy, like know what's happening in society, you know. Let us not just get lost up in social media, because it's very easy, you know. But I guess it comes with age also and experience. So yeah.
But I must say, your heart is in the right place, and I'm impressed having interviewed you. Tap into your brains. I can see there's brains there, and I wish you good luck. One day it will teach you that the real big business, they don't want to own anything, but control everything. I don't really understand it, but one day you'll understand. If you own everything, when they sue, you go down with everything. But when you don't own anything, but control everything, when they sue, they don't sue you. You talk. The Big R membership club, that's what we teach about, so that you understand how these things are being done. We learn from others, all right? Thank you, Kaymo, for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I wish you all the best, and I'm impressed with your interview. And then people, as you know, we teach. That is why you see our books. The first one is called Secrets for Becoming Rich, all right? It was the day when I discovered how the rich make money. I said, oh, this is it. And when I was writing for my children, honestly. Say, maybe one day I'll die, and then they'll discover the secrets. So let me put it down. And then it became an opportunity, you can sell it. And then the second one was how I turned 500 into a million rand business. And then the third one was how to get out of bad debts, use other people's money and resources to get rich. And then this morning I was talking to another old man. He said, hey, Narisha, I don't want to go out, I want to buy cash. I said, only people who don't understand, they don't want debt. Debt is new money. You must use debt all the time. The rich are using debt to get richer. I said, if you don't get it, I said, how? I said, yeah, I'll explain to you one day. And then this one, it's entrepreneur awakening. A friend of mine, Nom Summers Bugo, who wrote this book after she got inspired when she listened to me on SAFM. I was talking about this book. And then this lady's got about 7 guest house in Witbank. So maybe when you go there in Witbank, I'll say go and sleep. It's one of the best. It's a 5-star, although it's in title it's the 3-star, but the standard is high. It's high. 7 guest houses. Not only that, she owns other businesses. She is doing well. And then I'm sure you remember Dr. Small. When we were having our event, the 1st of November.
Oh, in Kempton Park.
Yeah, she was there. Dr. Small wrote The Art of Money. Dr. Small worked for the Reserve Bank for 37 years as an advisor to governors of the Reserve Bank. The last person she advised was the then Minister of Finance, Mr. Tito Mboweni. That was the last governor. And then 37 years experience. Then the last one is young man from Pumalanga too, who also got inspired from us or from my books. Then she wrote A Science of Science, a very good motivational speaker. And then he's a pastor by profession, Kenneth Karim. Kaymo, thank you very much and good luck.